Man, Mortal Kombat is going through it, y'all. It is going through it. Honestly, I did not expect it to have so much backlash. I'm talking about MK1. Granted, I said this before the game was even released that I do see a little bit of backlash coming to it with the whole cameo system. And I said that. I said I'm not against cameo system. It's not my thing, but there needs to be a 1v1 mode, and we've been over what? It's been over a year. Yeah, over a year of Mortal Kombat and no 1v1 mode. The funniest part is a lot of people in the community are saying they want it, and I don't believe you should remove cameos. I think it should just be its own separate mode, so that way both of the fan bases are enjoying it. But outside of that, it's not. This game is not even going to be at Evo next year. Which one was it? I'll show the board up on the screen here, but yeah, it's not going to be. It's not even on the Evo list, and I was shocked on it. Which, to be real, I don't know why I'm shocked, because I was at Evo Vegas this year. I was there, and Mortal Kombat was on one of the bottom of the list of attendance of people competing, and I was shocked. I was like, dang, Mortal Kombat is that low? I can't remember which one it was, but it was second to last. I can't remember what the last. I think the last one was Dragon Ball Fighters. I could be wrong. It was that or Guilty Gear Strive. No, I don't think it was Guilty Gear Strive. But anyway, it was already near the bottom. So I don't know why I was surprised, but I was. When I saw the list for 2025 and to see that Mortal Kombat is not even there, I was like, wow, that's crazy, bro. Like, I knew it would have some kind of little bit of backlash. And then when Chaos Reign came out, Chaos Reign was a disappointment for the most part for the community. I'll share my thoughts on that later, but well, I already did, but I just didn't expect it to get this far, you know. Now granted, there's been some people have said it's because where Evo is being played at, I believe it's Evo France, that Mortal Kombat is usually not promoted there. I don't know how much of that is true. If you're from France, or if you know more information about it, you can let me know in the comments. But some are saying that's why it's not in the list, and if that's the case, then it's like, oh, okay, so Mortal Kombat's not on the list because of that, not because people are just not playing it. But majority of people are saying no, it's not on the list because the game is trash. I don't believe the game is trash. It's flawed, yes. I like the roster. Personally, I like the roster. It's more for me the gameplay. It's the gameplay. A lot of the characters are relying on cameos, and I said this. Look back on the videos before the game was released. I said this game should not be reliant on the cameos. If you're gonna have cameos, it's some extra, but each character should have a full list of movesets where it can do its own thing without the cameos, and it should have its own mode, 1v1, because majority of the fan bases love Mortal Kombat for that. 1v1, the cameo system should be some extra. I like that they added to it, but they should have added, not added in the fact where they remove something. So basically replace. They shouldn't have done that. And yeah, the rosters of fighting games are much bigger now. If you think about it, I said this last year, that fighting games are on the high rise. Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball, Grand Blue, now Fatal Fury, City of Wolves. We getting classic games coming out. It's a lot more fighting games to play now where other people don't have to stick around on one game. Like back in MK11, MKX, there were a few selected ones, but now the roster, the bag is open. It's so many other ones you can do and other things you can try. I mean, I'm glad that people have told me to broaden my horizon, and I did, and that's how I got to know Grand Blue, and now I'm learning Guilty Gear. There's so many other fighting games. I've never played an SNK game before, so now I'm about to play Fatal Fury when that comes out. But the bag has gotten bigger, which means Mortal Kombat has to bring their A game, and to be real, they have it. And when Chaos Reign came out, that was their chance to bring a lot of the fan bases back, and we all know how that turned out. For the most part, people did not rock with it. The roster for the DLC was very mid. Ghostface is what most of the people are excited for, including myself. I've been waiting for Ghostface's MK11, so I'm excited for that. But Conan, T1000, Cyrex, Sector, Noob Saibot is, according to majority of people is very mid. Some hate it. I don't hate it. I think it's very mid-level. And also the story mode for Chaos Reign. Oh my goodness, I think that was the only terrible thing I experienced with Mortal Kombat. Personally, I've had some bad moments in MK1, but the worst for me has to be the Chaos Reign story. The way it was set out, the ending is what made it worse. Like, how is Havoc going to lose in the way where he actually... It just didn't make sense. You saw, spoiler alert, but he creates more Havocs of himself by ripping his limbs off. And how do you beat Havoc? By ripping his limbs off. Like, that just didn't make sense, one. Two, what happened to him? They never really showed what happened to him. Like, is he completely dead? Did he get, like, we don't know. There's a lot of questions. What happened to Johnny Cage in that universe? What happened to Tanya, Queen Tanya in that universe? What happened? There's a lot of what happened. And maybe they're making another story. I hope so, because, dude, could you imagine if that was it for the story of Mortal Kombat? It was a mess. The Chaos Reign story was a mess. But yeah, the DLC as a whole for $50? Yeah, I think $40 or $50. It required more. And this is, for me, I could take it or leave it, but some people are saying that the main roster, which is usually Jax, Sonya Blade, should have been in the game, not as cameos. So some people have issues with that. Personally, because they asked, someone asked me, was there a character that I'm disappointed is not in here? And I said yes. I said that in the beginning, when Mortal Kombat, before it even came out. Why is Nightwolf not in this game? Now, this is a personal thing for me. Nightwolf is my favorite character ever. Him and Johnny Cage are neck and neck, but number one is I would choose Nightwolf. Nightwolf was DLC already. Why is he not in the main game? And not as no cameo, but why is he not? And I have another friend who's like, why is Fuji not in there? Sonya Blade, and someone else made a good point. They're saying there's so many other MK characters that's not in this game that's been taken over by guest characters. Now, personally, I don't have issues with guest characters. I just wish they chose better for Chaos Reign. I thought the first season of guest characters, they did well. But I do understand that people want more of MK characters than guest characters. But for me, like I said, guest characters was not that big of an issue for me. I just wish they did better. Let me just give this now, the answer. Someone asked, what would I have chosen? I think I made a video talking about it, so I'll just say it real quick. I would have removed Conan the Barbarian and put John Wick. John Wick is made for this game. The brutality, the fighting style, John Wick would have worked perfectly. Now, I don't know about licensing, but this is just this is just my list. I would have put him. I would have put Art the Clown, which we know, if you know Terrifier, you know good and well Terrifier is perfect for Mortal Kombat. Have Art the Clown in there with all these different movesets, with the different weapons, and then all of a sudden, his gun, all that stuff. I think Terrifier would have been perfect. To be real, going back to John Wick, I think John Wick should have been a double feature. What I mean by that is they have Keanu Reeves is the character, but he plays two different roles. And what I mean there is John Wick, and they should have made it to one trailer. John Wick, and then in the darkness, you see Neo coming out from Matrix. I thought that would have been good. But if not, if I had to choose just one, definitely John Wick. John Wick is perfect. Him and Terrifier, I would have taken over Conan and the T-1000. That's just me. Nice, the characters are not terrible, but they could have done better. Cyrax and Sector changing from male to female didn't bother. I didn't really care much about that. That's whatever. I think the characters are still cool. Noob Saibot is a legend. He should have been in the main game, as far as I care. That's how I felt with season 1. Like when you saw Ermac and Quan Chi, I thought they should have been in the main game. But it is what it is. I thought they were good choices regardless. But yeah, it's a lot going on in Mortal Kombat, and honestly, I still have hope that it can bounce back. I still have hope. I believe that NetherRealm needs to keep up updates with this game. As in, do not let please don't let Chaos Reign be the last of Mortal Kombat. Please don't do that. First off, have a whole another story that answers questions of the last one, plus whatever else they want to do. Let it work. 2, let's have characters that we actually want. Let's Nightwolf, Sonya Blade, Jax, let's have more MK characters and guest characters. I still believe we should have guest characters in the game because I think that the shock factor of them is amazing. But I think we should lower the number. Like instead of 3, let's get 2, in my opinion. But yeah, I personally, make the long story short, I believe it can make a comeback. How? That's what I think it should do. It definitely. Number one, forget the guest characters and all that stuff. Number one, they need to have a 1v1 mode. Most of the people who are playing are saying that. That's one of their biggest issues, is that these characters are limited with their movesets because they want you to include the cameos, and a lot of people don't rock with the cameos. Heck, I'm not a fan. I don't hate it like these people are hating it, but I said it from the beginning before the game came out. I don't think I'm not gonna rock with I don't rock with the cameo system. Like Mortal Kombat, that's not what I'm playing Mortal Kombat for. So they need to have that. I am shocked with Chaos Reign, because people was talking about this for a whole year, and I'm shocked that with Chaos Reign they didn't add that. It was like, all right, y'all hear the fan base, right? The people that's putting money in y'all pockets, y'all gotta listen. And so that's a simple feature. You know, adding more moves. Well, adding the mode is a simple feature. But, you know, have a nice update where you add more moves and all that stuff to the characters and like I said, the characters should be full already. And then the cameo should just be extra. But anyway, I don't want to talk too long. Do y'all think that Mortal Kombat can make a comeback and be on top, well, be of one of the top games again? Because people are looking at, you know, well, sales, it did well. Yeah, sales, it did well, but in fairness, people didn't expect Mortal Kombat to go this bad. And a lot of people, and I know some people, they bought the game blindly because of the title Mortal Kombat. But just because it made good sales from the start and, you know, so on and so forth, does not mean that it's not doing terrible. And it is. It's not even on the Evo list. You know, which is that's crazy. But I still hope the best. I'm not one of them that, you know, is happy to see where Mortal Kombat is. I believe that it can go, you know, it can be great. For me, Mortal Kombat is still one of the best fighting game franchises. It's just this one is not doing too well. So I hope it does well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll check you later.